Hi you all, this is Rosa, bringing you Deer Families, a docu-series dedicated to the study and observation of the wild whitetail deer that live in the rapidly developing town my home is in. I wanted to capture something on video. I was driving in my town and saw something. There's a deer. I don't know if you all saw that, but a deer just crossed the road up there. But I saw something else on the road that I thought was important to share. This time of year, it's spring, is when most wildlife have their babies. And so it's very important to keep an eye out for baby wildlife crossing the road. This time of year. And when drivers are not keeping an eye out for wildlife, the babies who haven't had a chance to learn about cars don't make it. There's a lot of cars. And this is a baby that didn't make it. And you can tell it was hit by a car, and you can tell people drive very fast on this road. I hope that baby rests in peace. It's probably the mother right there. So that's a real sad deal. Here we have a mother deer who just lost her baby deer to a car. And I'm sad to be sharing this, but I think it's important to document what she's watching is the vultures eating her baby, and the traffic is so heavy she can't get to it. There's the mom. She's not leaving the area. She's been here. Just runs, depending on how bad the traffic is, in and out of these streets. They drive extremely fast, and I don't know they realize there's baby deer everywhere, so her baby is gone. These guys, I think I got over here right after the baby got hit. It's one of the saddest things you can see as a mother, watching her baby get eaten like that. I hate to share this, but I think it's important to know what's going on when land gets developed. There's a whole nother side to it, and it's this. So the mom is behind these trees, and I'm not trying to freak her out and get too close to her. Sadly, the mother has been observing this whole thing, her baby killed and then getting eaten by vultures. And she's been in and out of the street. There she is watching the vulture. So the deer that live around me carry these babies for many months, just like people. And the pregnancy is not easy. They come to my house when they're very pregnant, and it's a lot of work, just like it is for a human to be pregnant. it takes a toll on them. So it's gotta be god awful when you work that hard and you've been pregnant that long to watch your baby get hit by a car. Here she is again, going to cross the road. So that's just, it's real sad that people can't drive slower. An area that's heavily populated with wildlife. As you can see, they're just flying by. This mother's just having to watch her baby disappear right in front of her eyes. Sorry, mother dear. It's really sad. I'm sorry that happened to you. Here you've got this mother deer carried her baby for months, and it's not easy being pregnant for any species, human or animal or bird. Especially deer, they have an 8-month pregnancy period, very similar to people. That's a long time to be living like that. It's a lot on your body, and then poof, what happens? They get hit by a car. It's like all that for nothing. All that pregnancy and effort and work for nothing. She's still watching the vultures. The pregnant moms that come to my house and that hang around my house, they have a hard time bending down to eat, when they get extra pregnant. They're towards the end of their term. And it's just like people. They're breathing a little heavier. It's not easy for any pregnant woman or animal. Usually it's not, especially if they're carrying multiple deer. And it's just sad. After all that, that's the result. She's got to go see it up close, see what happened to her baby. Now that she saw her baby when her baby was hit and her body was whole, or his body was whole, and now she's going to go see her baby now that it's all torn up. She's just looking at those vultures. She's pretty brave. pretty brave. All that traffic. All the traffic and all the vultures, and she's just standing there, facing it. Look, her baby's gone. Sad to see a mother in that condition, and there she is. Car's coming. There she is in the road. You know she feels completely helpless and hopeless. Nothing she can do. She's still watching them. And she doesn't look like she's that young of a deer, so this is probably not her first baby. But it's still hard on her. There she is, just watching them eat her baby. So mother deer leave their babies for short amounts of time while they go feed, and then they come back to their baby. And the babies are born with spots, so they camouflage and stay safe until their mother comes back. But nowadays it doesn't help because the predators are gone and the main killer is cars. The main killer of babies. Here the mother is just looking at the vultures. They're perched all over. They keep flying to the baby's body and then to the trees. The mother deer has been sitting here staring at her baby getting eaten and not moving for a long time now. There's nothing she can do, and she knows it. So all the land in this town where these deer live is getting developed. And this is what happens. The animals get hit and pushed off. There's a wildlife refuge not far from this town that they might end up on, but there's hunting that's allowed there, so that doesn't really seem like a good option for them either. It's a very sad sight. She's probably coming to terms with her loss. I've never met this mother deer before, and I'm really surprised she's letting me sit next to her. Usually, if they don't know a person, they're not going to allow them too close and they'll run off if a person is near, but because her baby is just died right here and is getting eaten, I don't think she cares. She's not gonna leave the scene. And I think she knows there's nothing she can do right now. This is the aftermath of a baby getting hit. So next time you're driving and you see a dead animal on the side of the road, it's very likely its family is sitting close by, watching what's going on, knowing they can't do anything about it. Hearing people yell, I've heard multiple people yell. There were a few people that slowed down for this mother deer, and the people behind them yelled. So can you imagine being in their situation where not only are they watching their baby get ripped to shred between the vehicles and the vultures, but they're hearing aggressive people yelling. And this area is known for its deer population. So for people to not have any sense about them and to slow down, for a mother who just lost her baby, it's She's standing up now because more vultures have arrived. I'm gonna stand up too. I'll be right back. There's the vultures. There's one particular vulture standing over her baby. And there's Mama still watching it. These people just flying by. I would think in a town full of deer, they would have the speed limit way lower than this. There she is. I think she wants to cross again. I don't know. Or maybe she's just walking by. Someone's stopping for a second. Very nice person just stopped and said he would like to see the speed limit lowered here too. He saw what happened. And so it's nice to know there are people that care. Yeah, he was very sad to see this, but said it's nearly impossible to get the speed limit lowered, which he's looked into it. When you have the biggest herd of whitetail deer in the country, you've got to factor their existence into city plans. I mean, you have to acknowledge they live there and factor their well-being too, because there's plenty of human being citizens that live in areas that become friends with other species. These guys, similar is to having a dog around their house all the time. I mean, they've got big personalities and they develop bonds with people, so the animals' well-beings affect the people's well-beings. People don't like seeing their friends just run over, and these deer are friends to many people, so that's what This young man who just stopped was saying he has a lot of them around his house that he's friends with, and he doesn't like seeing them just run over. And if there are people that care like that, and I'm not the only one, there's got to be a way to make some kind of change. Get all that traffic and how fast they're driving. Let me show you what she's watching. This is what she's watching. Hundred cars going by at 55 miles an hour. It's crazy because it's a neighborhood. Even for kids. I mean, I wouldn't want my kids living on a street like this. It doesn't look like she's ready to walk away from her baby. I'm sure this whole deal is very confusing for them because this traffic has come out of nowhere the last year. I'm sure she wishes her baby could stand up and follow her. Lots of traffic. I've heard numerous stories where an animal's mate or baby was killed by a car and the family won't leave. The one that has passed, and this is what's happening here. So the nice gentleman that stopped to check on this situation is going to run for governor of this state. So that'd be really cool. One of the first things he'll do is lower the speed limit here. I pray he succeeds. There's always a need to keep hope, and things can change. Poor thing. She's just circling around, and she'll go back to her baby. She's got her belly full of milk. Just going wasted. Why? Because they don't want to lower the speed limit. Lowering the speed limit would just mean 10 minutes more to their travel time. Sorry, Mama. So now people from the city came by to shovel up her baby, and Mama sees this, and Mama is not happy. I don't think. She just stood up. This is the Mama. She's watching us. The city picks up all the deer that are killed by cars. I don't know what they do with their bodies. So she's watching that now. And I'm filming this just because it's a big part of these deer story, their encounter with traffic. Here's the Mama watching her baby get shoveled away. I don't know why they don't just let the vultures eat it. It's kind of... There's about 10 vultures or more. You know, maybe that's why the vultures are in such a crazy rush to eat. Why we would take the vultures' food away. You know, it's possible that mother will help nurse another deer's baby. It's out of her hands. There goes the baby's body. I don't know if anyone watching this has seen my video about Shay, but she passed away from being fed toxic food, and her body was shoveled up real fast too, and the family then doesn't get to stay and mourn. It's like it didn't even happen. I don't know if it's just me, but it's a little Twilight Zone-y. She's going to check out the scene. She just made a noise, a call to family members, but her baby's not there. Her baby can't hear it. She's gonna go check it out. That's gotta be the biggest nightmare for a mother. You know she knows her baby is gone, but she's just